Hello, welcome to Found with the Hotspot Show. If today is your first time watching me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today I have a very good news for you. On this channel, we talk about immigration, we talk about social issues, and everything else that has to do with Canada. I bring you news from the ground and lifestyle. In fact, how you can avoid certain mistakes that some of us has made in Canada, some of the things we didn't know. So stick around and also subscribe, okay? Just click on the notification button because there's a lot you need to know. It is always good to do your research, and some of the research, how to find it through travelers as well as the people who live there. And that is why we bring you all news from Canada. So welcome back again. If you're my regular watcher, thank you for watching and tuning in each time. Keep watching because there's an exciting news that is yet to come. So a lot of people are asking this question about what are some of the programs that I can apply to visit or live or migrate to Canada, or find myself in Canada basically. So there's so many programs, there's so much programs. I'm gonna go through a few with you. There's a pilot program that is currently in action where a lot of candidates are applying for it. So let me take my time to go through some of the ways you can come to Canada. So the first one that I would like to say is visiting. If you have a relative, you can have a friend, you can have an acquaintance, you can in fact come on a tour. Summer is coming up. If you want to experience Canada winter, there's so many sites you can visit during this winter time. Just make sure you have someone to take you around because it can be a bit daunting and boring during the winter if you don't know anybody. Summertime, you can sit outside. It is a music to your ears to sit anywhere in Canada. Outside, outdoor is brilliant, exciting. So you can visit, you can come on a tour, you can come find one of those conferences to come. So that's one of them. That's the easiest one. Or you have a relative, you have a girlfriend, you want a girlfriend to invite you. Anyone can invite you. In fact, a friend can invite you. You just have to make sure you prove your tie to the country you're coming from. Okay? Now, let's get into, you don't have anybody, you don't know anyone, you don't have no girlfriend, you have no relative, you have no wife, you have nothing. Okay? You can also come on a tour. There are so many conferences. You can apply. You're a businessman. You're just a traveler, you're a worker, you want to come here on a vacation, you can come without knowing anybody. Again, you just have to have your money, prove to the Canada immigration that you can pay your way in and out the country and go back when time is up for you to return. And then let's say you don't, you just want to come and live. You want to come, you want to change. Of course, you have every right to live anywhere else. You just have to find out what are the rules and what are the laws in that country, basically. So there's this express entry that people can come. I can go into it detailed in a different video, but express entry is where skilled workers uses what they have to get what they want in Canada, basically. So you just have to go through this application process depending on which provinces. There's also Quebec selected skilled worker. If you speak French, you might want to look into it. I'm going to show you the site you can visit to find out more information, which is the Canada Immigration and Refugee Citizenship site. You can find out a whole lot of information. There's also a provincial nominee program. A provincial nominee program is based on which province you want to apply to. A provincial nominee program is one of which you can apply based on points, your skill, your education, your background. So you can be a student, business person, you can be a skilled worker or semi-skilled worker to get a permanent residence. These are some of the programs you might want to look into in order for you to come to Canada. You can choose which province, and then what you do, you go directly to the site of that province and see what the program does and what you need to apply. And once you apply, based on selection, goes through committee, which I can go into it more in-depth details as to how the committee selects. So there's one scenario where a candidate can apply through the specific province or specific town or program. Then it goes to the committee for them to also select. It goes through a program coordinators. The coordinators will then go through the application. They will select you, and then they will give it to the employer. The employer will then make a choice. All those things, they call you for an interview. Or if you get in touch with the employer can hire you. Then the employer then submit the application to the coordinator department, which is a separate department from it is the provinces that puts those divisions together. So they make sure that the right process is being taken by the employer. So that is one of them. That's the provincial nominee program. There's also Atlantic immigration program, which is involved a couple of provinces: New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and Newfoundland and Labrador. These are the Atlantic. There are 4 Atlantic provinces in Ontario, which has water, and they have specific program that you might want to also look into it. You can apply specifically to these programs. They're looking for employees, foreign workers. Okay, there's also this pilot program that has to do with agriculture. So there's a pilot program that they're hiring people from international country. In fact, they are accepting application up until 2025. Okay, so they are accepting application until May 14th, 2025. So as of August 18 last year, just this last year, family members of the applicant who have received an acknowledgement of receipt letter can apply for an open work permit. Open work permit is one that they give you a work permit. You can choose which employer to work for, but you go through these pilot programs to apply. So apply through the agriculture pilot program. You have an experience with farming. You have an experience. You are an you have an agric background. You want to look into that program, and they'll give you an open work permit. So they are now accepting union reference letters as proof of work experience. So if you're in Canada and you've already are in touch with a company, they can actually write a letter on your behalf. So this is one of them. And keep in mind, application can go in up until 2025 of May 14th. So there's a lot of programs I can go through with you. There's a rural and northern immigration pilot program. There's another program that takes you to some of these small provinces. They're looking for people. It ranges from different professions all around. You can be hired as a school teacher, you can be hired as a nurse, you can be hired as, but it is through these small provinces. Guys, listen, get your hands on these. I'm going to leave links and in the description area of this video where you can go get your resume ready, get your certification ready, get your numbers and everything else that you need to apply for it. If these are some of the videos you look forward to, subscribe to my YouTube channel again and click on the notification button and leave me with a comment of what you think. Thank you.